So let me wait on another few seconds, just another few seconds to start while everybody comes on, give everybody a chance to come on before I get into the meat of the matter. Of course, while I'm on Jamaicans.com live, right here on Jamaicans.com, I'm also live on Instagram. So yes, I am the live queen. I like to go live. Hi, speak to David on Instagram. So hi my Facebookers. Welcome to everyone that is on Jamaicans.com Facebook page. Of course, I am Heneka Watkis-Porter, and every other week, every other Sunday evening at 6, as you know, I take this opportunity provided to me by Xavier Murphy of Jamaica.com and his awesome team. Take this opportunity to come on and to share a little something and inspiration, whatever it is that I'm up to, and I feel like sharing with you, I do share. So you remember we would have started, if you were with me from the very get-go, we started bringing on persons in Jamaica from all over the world, from who are from Jamaica, but are now over just about everywhere in the world. I would have brought them on to discuss what's happening, how is life treating them in their neck of the woods, why did they leave Jamaica, and so on and so forth. But we have evolved, and of course, I'm still going to be doing some interviews down the road, but take this opportunity to simply just come on and share some, I guess, Sunday wisdom with you. So thank you so much for joining me. And even as I'm here with you, I'm also over by Instagram too on my personal page. So I am taking one stone and I'm killing two birds with it. And of course, if you're a Jamaican, then you know exactly what I mean by that. So if you're watching me, and I know you are, just give me send a wave something, send a message, let me know where you are watching me from. I would certainly like to know where you are hanging out with me from. I would appreciate that very, very much. So do me a favor and just tell me where you are from. I'd love to say hello to you. Say something, let me know that you are really here. And uh, Anthony, below Anthony, thank you so much. I see you liking the chat, liking the live. So thank you. Where are you watching me from? Where are you joining me from? I'd love to know. I'd certainly love to know. So today I thought that I would be talking to you about heroes. Who is your hero? I mean, it is the Heroes Weekend right here in Jamaica. And tomorrow, Monday, will be observed and celebrated as Heroes Day right here in Jamaica. And we are commemorating all those who would have done marvelous acts for us here, and left a really great heritage. But not only that, we have persons who would have done brave acts, who would have gone beyond the call of duty, served our country very well, served Jamaica very well, and served, the people, the citizens of this country. And so they too will be highlighted and celebrated tomorrow at King's House. So it's a tradition here in Jamaica that we have been observing over the years. Hi, Michelle. I saw you liking the live as well. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'd love to hear from you. Who is your hero? Put it in the chat. I really want to know, Over time, Jamaica, we celebrated, and I'd just like to know, just name all of them. We celebrated, and are celebrating, still continue to celebrate Paul Bogle. Now, Paul Bogle, we're not so sure of when he was born, but we know that he died in 1865. 1865. And we celebrate George William Gordon, who was born in 1820 and he died in 1865. And you're looking at, this is pretty much a 45-year-old, and that's pretty young, when he died. Nanny of the Maroons, sometime around the 1750s, Samuel Sharp, 1801 to 1832. That's the life he lived. A very short life, 31 years old when he died. Sir Alexander Bustamante, 1884 to 1977. Norman Washington Manley, 1893 to 1969. And Marcus Mosiah Garvey, 1887 to 1940. My hero, Laura, is Parzo. My hero is my friend I met in Jamaica, fireman from the fire pit who works hard and provides efficiently. I have my family heroes are here at home. Awesome, awesome. And so, while the country at this time celebrates and commemorates those who did these heroic acts on our behalf as a nation and fought so that Jamaica can be where it is today, we have everyday heroes who are have not been celebrated the way that they should. And so, Laura, I commend you right now for just highlighting, the fire person, the fireman from the fire pit, just highlighting him and highlighting your family because they would have made sacrifices for you and to mold you into the person that you are right now. So certainly it's commendable that you would say that. No, I went to church this morning and of course I kind of went on a Sunday and I first started off by celebrating my hero, and my hero is Jesus Christ first and foremost. He's the greatest hero of all time in my mind, and whether or not you're a believer, that's fine. I'm not pushing anything on you. Whether or not you're a believer, it's totally up to you, but he's my hero. And so many other people, even just recently we learned of the story of, oh gosh, I need to go get the full name, like I'm forgetting his full name. Oh, how shameful, right? Who saved in Trenchtown, saved the 12-year-old boy from from drowning, being washed away in flood waters. Nikisha Sims on Instagram, hello, and speak to David, hello to you over there as well, right? So and we heard, they were in the news quite frequently, and you also heard, if you're in other parts of the world as well. Yes, I don't know why his name is just not in my mind right now, which is shameful because it's a recent current affair that, and I'm sure he's going to be awarded tomorrow for at King's House High at King's House for his bravery, right? So we do have our everyday heroes. We do have our everyday heroes. Persons that they may not necessarily get a national honor, but every single day they get up and they fight against the odds. They fight, with all their thoughts, they fight against the odds to be where they are and to accomplish their dreams. And so we should never ever discount the value of those everyday heroes, persons who make sure that their children, under very strenuous and hard circumstances, they are provided for to go to school. Mothers and fathers, single mothers who sacrifice so that their children can get a good education, so that they can provide for their children. There are times when I know mothers don't eat, and because their children need to eat. There are times when I know mothers and fathers do it too, but it's more so the mothers that you see. But then when you see a father doing that, it's as if it drives home more, the importance of it, of sacrifice, and it drives home, and I guess we get a little more mushy feeling when we see a man doing that. But everyday heroes, right? We see them, and yeah, and they've all left us a heritage. And speaking of heritage, today I was going through my bookshelf, my books. I was going through books. I don't know if you're Jamaican at all, you will remember this. I thought it was just so cool, right? And I have it stacked away in my home office. But I was going through my books today, and I started. So it's the first aid in English. Um, yes, and I have it's by MacIver and Gibson. Every Jamaican student from way back when. I don't know if they're still using this in school right now, But I remember from my day, which I guess I'm dating, um, aging me. But from my day, this is. Oh, you still use it? Oh my gosh. Do you mean okay? So you mean for reference, right, Lesmo? Do you still use it for reference, or is it that you use it for in school? I don't know. Or your children or what. Yeah, it is a great book. Nikisha on Instagram says it's a great book. Oh my gosh, it's an awesome book. I'm going to show you another one. I mean, I have several books, right? Because I don't know what happened. Because I happened to, I don't know how, but some of my books got, I left them when I was moving over into, from the rural parish of St. Mary into Kingston. When we told big woman and I live with man, it's like, you heard me say that, right? I left some of those books, some of my books. So quite a number of my books didn't move with me. But I have still have a whole stock of books and stuff. And it is amazing. Oh, you see it in Africa. Oh my gosh, what? We're in Africa. Tell me which one of the countries? Oh yes, I was about. Oh my gosh, Denise, I was about to bring up the student's companion. Yes, the student's companion. So we have the new one. This is a new first aid in English, right? And then you have the student's companion. No, this was not my copy. This was actually left when my friends migrated recently, and she left this copy for me. Oh, I like it. I really do like it. No, this is what you call heritage, right? We're just going back in time to some of the things that, well, not really much in time because I only took up these two books. I mean, I have a host of stuff now I would have to go and look for to show you guys. But yeah, and I was just going through today. So my friend, when she was going away, she left it. She left a number of books, and yeah, because I love to keep books for reference, and stuff. So I actually, yeah, I was going through it today and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember because English was really one of my favorite subjects in high school, right? And yes, me teacher for reference. Yeah, English was one of my favorite subjects in high school. And so just going through it today again, it brought some really, really lovely memories and, further of high school and stuff. And and all age school. No, I think it's I know I went to Highgate All Age. It's now called Highgate Primary and Junior High. When I was going there, it was actually Highgate All Age. The All Age school. So that's where I went. And then after Highgate All Age, and I passed common entrance, then I went to St. Mary High School. Yay! Anybody from St. Mary High in the house? Let me see. Wave, wave. Okay. No, I'm not seeing anybody from St. Mary High. But yeah, I had some good times there growing up. I enjoyed. Let me tell you what other things I like. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Rev started. So one of the things I actually like as well. So I'm actually on Instagram, on Facebook. So I have to say that every now and again. So when you see me looking both ways, and right. So one of the things I enjoyed doing, at high school, when I was past common entrance and stuff, I enjoy just doing English subjects and stuff. But growing up, I enjoy going to the river, like seriously going to the river. But the sad thing is, one day, you were the grandparents, right? So I grew up with grandparents, and you grow up with your grandparents, and they're like, not supposed to go to the river. Don't go anywhere. They leave your house and then go on to work. And of course, as a back turn, your friends know going to river, and you decide that you're going to go to the river too because your grandma not here to see that you're not, you're going to the river. But on this fateful day when I decided to go, even though I was told not to, I went and we were in the water and stuff. And how rivers, I don't know if you grew up in that environment, that rivers can very much be unpredictable, very unpredictable. So you'll be walking and thinking that it's the same level and everything is fine and it's not deep. So I was actually walking and normal, the water was fine. And lo and behold, I stumbled upon a very, very deep spot unexpectedly. I had no idea. I didn't know what was happening. And I found myself going under, going down. And in Jamaica, they have this thing to say that if you're going down and you're there like for three, if you go down three times, the third time, you won't make it. And the funny thing about it is that I was actually screaming and shouting for help. And the people in the water think that I was joking. Like I was seriously dying, I was drowning, I was going under, and they thought that I was joking. No, that has been one of the most traumatic times in my childhood. But notwithstanding that, I really enjoy the fact that I was able to go and just pick up foods from outside, outside the yard and stuff. And um, fruits, right? Like everywhere you go had a fruit tree. There was fruit tree in the yard. You could get fruits. I mean, that is, to this day, living in the urban area, I find it a challenge to buy things like mangoes and apples and stuff like that because I grew up in an area in the rural parish of St. Mary, lovely St. Mary, though it needs a lot of infrastructure development, people in charge. It needs a lot of infrastructure development, but I grew up in that area, and it was so I find it so much of a challenge right now to buy those things because I usually get them like for free. They were in my yard, or I could go to the nib and there was guineas and there was well there wasn't much lychee, but once in a while you would find a tree, and as children, we raid people in tree and we run and we hide and all those things and we get cane and mangoes and guineas and guavas and it was fun time. It was really, really fun time. And even then, and my grandparents they didn't have much at all. And it's when I grew up now, like looking back in retrospect, I realized that they didn't have much. Because I never went to my bed hungry, although, they didn't trust me. So we used to run lots of boat with chicken back, curry chicken back and chocho. Like you guys know what chocho is? Never see chocho? Right. So if you know chocho, just let me see, say something in the chat, right? So curry chicken back and chocho or curry chicken back and okay, Robert Clark. Okay. Tell me a little more, Omar. That's great. Yeah. For my Instagrammers, Omar Pacifier says, congratulations to Robert Clark, who received the Order of Distinction tomorrow on Heroes Day. And yeah, so that's what we're talking about, heroes. And we're talking heroes and heritage. So I'm just talking about, a little thing about my own personal upbringing in St. Mary. Yeah, right? Nikki Show. My upbringing in St. Mary and stuff. And we didn't have a lot. But I didn't know that we didn't have a lot. Like looking back, except my house, like children, like I grew up now, and in retrospect, I was like, what was I embarrassed about? But I lived in a house, I kid you not. It was, when rain fall, the roof leak and stuff like that. Um, and it would leak, and it was usual thing to set the pan and catch the water and empty the water when the pan full, right? That was part of my childhood. I remember when Hurricane Gilbert came, and hi, Leo Gillen. I remember when Hurricane Gilbert came and like you could see the okay Jam Ari Jam Media Group in New York. Oh, awesome stuff. I love to get connected, right? And yeah, so when Hurricane Gilbert came, right, and all the wonderful houses in the community, and you wish as a child that your house was like one of them or even close because it have only a zinc and black hole on the roof and the zinc on the roof and all of that stuff. So it was something like that. But when Hurricane Gilbert came, 1988, I was 11 years old. Yes, I just told my age. Go ahead and calculate it. 1988, when Gilbert came, and you see all the zinc on the roof and stuff start to go like flying saucer. You remember Loving Their song? Like move take off like flying saucer. It was no joke. I watched sheets of zinc from roof just fly and just went their separate ways. Like Tata house, I no longer want to be attached to, kind of thing. And so, but even as a child, I was actually excited, believe it or not, as 11 years old. I was actually excited. I remember writing a piece for the Jamaica Observer several years ago, Memoirs of a Disaster, I called it. And I recall, I just went through, I should kind of look that up again because I think it was a great piece. I used to really, really love to write. No, I love to write, but I don't really, really, really love to write. I used to really, really love to write. Right, anyways. So, and I told a story how, my grandparents, my grandmother at the time literally said to me, you're a young boy, you don't really know a star, it was literally so because I really had no idea what a star. Oh yeah, Gilbert was a little sweet memory for you. I had no idea what a storm was like, but and I saw as a child you were excited. I remember when they would tell me stories of 51 storm and everything, which I never see a storm before, so I wanted to see one. And everybody concerned about the adults, they start to contemplate, oh my gosh, they won't have any food, they won't have no battery, they won't have no light, whatever. As a matter of fact, before that, I didn't have electricity, so no big deal for me. I mean, it was normal. You yourself and I, your Mr. Palmer, you are your hero. That's fine. That's fine. That's quite all right. So yeah, that's kind of what happened in Gilbert for me. It caused a lot of devastation, yes, and for weeks we didn't have, there are certain things we didn't have. Like I said, I didn't have electricity, so there was that part of it didn't affect me much because it was a norm for me. But then, things that we really wanted to get, and food and stuff, and people began, they living on tin food, like Fulla Bully Beef. Again, Lloyd loving their song, Fulla Bully Beef, Wild Gilbert. Gilbert was so wild. But I mean, even from my memory, my 11-year-old memory, Hurricane Gilbert is nothing compared to what has happened, the devastation, the catastrophic nature of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, right? And so, like, Hurricane Gilbert was such a joke. And I remember how it destroyed Jamaica for the most part. But as a resilient people, we rose above it and we were able to come back on our feet. And in the same way, right now, I just want to pause to just say, my heart too goes out to persons in Puerto Rico, for example, Dominica, St. Martin. St. Martin for me is my second home. And when I hear of the devastation that has taken place there, and yet nothing compared to what Irma has done, I mean, Maria has done to Puerto Rico and and Dominica and Dominica. So my heart really go out to them at this time. And I just want to say, you know what? You will get over this. It will get better. I mean, you may not even see a light now, you may not even see a sparkle, but it will get better. But just to continue on our vein of hero and heritage and stuff, just want to pause right here before that to remind us that we're watching Heneka Watkis-Porter live on Jamaicans.com on their Facebook page, and I'm also concurrently live on Instagram. That's Heneka underscore Watkis underscore Porter on my Instagram account. You guys on Facebook can follow me over Instagram. Of course, I have, if you don't already know, let me tell you, I run a podcast called The Entrepreneur and You, and that podcast is reaching hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people um, all across the world. I recognize that Japan rather, Japan, the United States, and Jamaica are my three top members of my audience, right? So, of course, I have several other countries who are tuning in. And I just talk about entrepreneurship, bring people on to inspire, bring people on to teach, motivate, or Caribbean audience, right? So, people from entrepreneurs from all over the world. And another thing that I do a few things because I love, but they're all related. They're not disjointed. Everything that I do is related and connected somewhat. So I operate also the clothing brand Patwa Apparel, and you can find us on Instagram, Patwa underscore apparel. So yeah, any if you want to share your memories of your childhood with me, I'll be happy to hear about it. I want to hear from you. I want to know what it is that has you going, and the memories that you have that will keep you going on and on and on. So I love to hear from you. But certainly for me, like I said, I had an interesting childhood. Growing up in Jamaica is interesting, and it's so funny because there are so many things that we did, and I'm sure there are things that my grandparents did and other my foreparents did that the Mario. Oh, okay. Oh, I love the Mario. The Mario is a sweetheart. Okay, guys, so you're wondering what's going on over here on Facebook. Okay, just Miss teacher telling me that she learned about me from her son, Damario. Damario is such a sweetheart. It's a wonderful, yes. And I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. I was sharing the story of that gratitude journal that he and Zamalia gave me. I thought it was just so, I will never ever forget that. That was like so cool, super cool. So thank you very much. Right. So yeah, I grew up, like I was saying, like my grandparents and stuff and my foreparents, they certainly have experiences that, I would have, and I will have experience that the younger generation will not have. It's not that I'm old, I'm still young, yes. So jacks, for example, playing jacks. Anybody remember playing jacks? Oh my gosh, jacks like so cool. Chinese skip. Oh Lord, Chinese skip. And there's this one in the box. Oh, hopscotch, right? Hopscotch, dandy shandy. There is. So yeah, this school called side to play baseball and things like that. We love to run boats, and especially go to the river with some big dumpling, like the man them always put them big dumpling, huge dumpling, right? Um, and they had a whale of a time. We had a whale of a time, right? People when children fight in school, it was over a pencil and they thump each other or hit each other somewhere. There was no knife like and guns. Where's all that coming from? Where are we going when we're fighting in school and we're having knives? We're fighting with knives and we're fighting with guns and we carrying weapons to school. Which part that come from? Right? We need to get back. I mean, the, and the truth is, when we look back, and we always hear people talk about the good old days, and when we look back, the good old days may not necessarily be so good at all, but there are good things in those very good old days, and I would love for us really to just see if we can go back there. Because when I watch news sometimes and I read the paper and I see children stabbing each other, killing each other, no, that was unheard of when I was going to school. It really was, right? Um, the people play dolly house and things like that, and then you find maybe one boy over in one corner hide or something. But no, of course there was no video or anything to video and record all of what is going on. But you never have them kind of blatant sexual activities going on. Those fightings and yeah, they need heroes. And as we're celebrating this Heroes Weekend in Jamaica, I just went on a topic that kind of then had me heavy because we're going in a direction that as a nation, it's a wrong path. It's a wrong path. There are so many people that are doing great things that people can look up to. So maybe we don't have to follow the negative. We just need to start mentor people and take people one away and teach them and mentor them and show them the right way and not even be so judgmental because you know what? People live what they learn. Children live what they learn. And so if they come up in an environment that is hostile, they too are going to be hostile. If they come up in an environment um that is pure abuse is taking place, they are going to be abusive, right? And so parents have come up in those backgrounds from those backgrounds, and so they pass it on to children. So it is those that have become enlightened. It is a responsibility of you who are enlightened to help others. Indeed, people need love, and love conquers a myriad and multitude of things, right? And so it is the love persons who have come out of certain situations and have been enlightened. It is now your responsibility, it is now your duty to pay it forward. We are our brother's keeper indeed. We are indeed our brother's keeper. And we need to be looking out for each other because trust me, I want a Jamaica. But when I die, my children are, although I don't have a child right now, but persons who come behind me should find me faithful. People who come behind me, because success, and what benefit is success if it's not passed on to the future generation? What benefit is development if development cannot be passed on from one generation to the next? If it is only remaining in one generation, it is not development. If it only resides here right now, it is not development. And so I call upon all of us, as we are celebrating the heroes of the old Jamaica, the heroes of the present Jamaica, and we who will become future heroes for our country, persons who are now living abroad, persons who are now who are in the Jamaican diaspora. I'm calling on all of us. I'm calling on us to stop see things in terms of color. I'm calling on all of us to stop seeing things in terms of JLP or PNP. I'm calling on every single one of us to see things in terms of Jamaica, to build Jamaica, because Jamaica needs you. Jamaica needs you right now. And I'm thinking, I want to be in a Jamaica that I can be proud of. When I travel, people, I don't, I'm not bogged down by the negative things that the media picks up, because the truth is the media is going to sensationalize things, and they're going to pick up the negative because negative sells. But we need to get to a point where there's not even any negative to sell. So we start to promote the positive, because what you give attention to, that is what is going to rise and grow, right? What you give attention to, hi kiddies, what you give attention to, that will take life and take root. I want a Jamaica that I can be proud of. I mean, I'm sorry, I started out with this on Jamaicans.com. For those of you just joining on Instagram, I'm actually live on Jamaicans.com Facebook page. I do this every other Sunday, and I for the past 2 Sundays I've been simultaneously broadcasting on Instagram. And I started out talking about our heroes, and trying to identify who your hero is and who's a hero and stuff. And I talked about the good old days, and the good old days, some of us are saying were may not necessarily all that good, but there is so much good that can be extracted and gleaned from those days of old. But I'm just imploring all of us, because we all have a role to play. And yes, I was talking about the student, the first aid in English, and the student's companion. Anybody remember this? We're just joining here. But with all the good stuff and the good memories, I'm going to use my platform right here, right now, using this platform to appeal to every single one of us to play your part. Kiddis right now, she's actually in the US with Good Deeds Foundation, and she's doing a lot of great stuff for Jamaica. She's putting together, our foundation to take care of those who really need our help and stuff. So the truth is, every single one of us, and you may not have a foundation, a good deeds foundation. But your foundation is you. You have your space, you have a purpose, you have a role to play. And so don't take for granted and discount your value. You have value, you have worth. And I did not intend this evening to come on and preach, but somehow I just feel that, even as we are celebrating our heroes of yesterday, and the ones that are present, and we're going to be honoring them in Jamaica tomorrow, I just feel that there is so much that we need to address in this country. And not because you may no longer be living in Jamaica, but you have your roots right here. Your family may still be here. You have your children, your grandchildren, whatever, your cousins, some people, family members. You have family members right here in Jamaica. Take responsibility. This is the land of your birth. Take responsibility, every single one of you. Start where you are, kiddies, as you rightfully say. Every single person. Ignore the negative. There's so much negative. Let me tell you something. All those things on some of those videos I see talking on Facebook and stuff. I wonder if it's the same Facebook I am on, because I don't see them. I don't see them. Right? I mean, and they circulate them, and this, and this is, as a matter of fact, people don't even ask me if I see those videos, because they know I'm not interested. So nobody's going to send me anything. Don't send me a video that is of some people having sex, or whatever, killing this one or chopping. I don't want to see it. Don't spread it. Stop spreading those negative things about your country. Just dismiss it. And it doesn't even have to be in Jamaica. Wherever it is you are and you see the negative stuff that is happening, don't spread it. Don't give it a second look, right? Because whatever you give attention to, that is going to grow. That is going to grow. And if you have to unfriend some people from your newsfeed so that the negative thing, because I don't have no tolerance for negativity. And if I see it, I don't, like I said, I don't see them. I don't see them. So, okay, my apologies for preaching. I came on to talk about, the heroes and stuff, but I want you to be the hero that you are. I really do. And I know that there's a hero in you, deep inside of you. You have not unearthed, yet unearthed that hero. Then now is the time to do that. Now is the time to do that. You have an awesome life ahead of you. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Use what you have. Use what you have. Be who God called you to be. Live your best life now. Live your best life now, right? So I went on a tangent a while ago, but I had to. I had to, right? So back to talking about our hero and our heritage. If there's something, if you're just joining me, hi to you on Instagram, hi on Facebook, right here on Jamaicans.com. I'd like to take this opportunity. I'd scheduled my time to only be here for half an hour. I've gone over the half an hour, but that's okay. Just want to say at this time, big shout out to the stalwarts behind Jamaicans.com, Xavier Murphy. Thank you so much for this platform. It's an amazing platform. You are one of the heroes of Jamaica. You continue to spread what is right in with Jamaica. You continue to highlight the positives. You continue to let the diaspora know what is happening, still happening in Jamaica. And you are shining your light from your corner. And your team, you have an amazing team. Clearly, you can't do this alone. And, and so I salute you every single time I come on. I know this is great because you have Jamaicans.com, which in and of itself, that blog, that website is an amazing platform. Your social media, Facebook and Instagram community is great as well. And so for me to be here and to come on every 2 weeks, it's an honor and it's a pleasure. It's a privilege. I think what I'm going to do the next time I come on, I'm going to do a little interview maybe for 20 minutes. I'm going to bring a guest on. I see Kidis here. Maybe I'll bring Kidis on. Who knows? Hint, hint, right? But she's actually still living in Jamaica. She's now, the one of the wildlife fellows program right now, fellowship program. So who knows who I'll bring on the next time I come on? And if it is that there's a Jamaican that is doing an amazing job, not necessarily living in Jamaica, but is anywhere in the world, and you want them on, you think that they should come on and just share what they are doing, because I love the opportunity to highlight these positive stories and to motivate others that may be watching. Okay, kiddies, sure. Indeed, I send you the link. So I will, you are qualified. You qualify because you're actually overseas now and you've been there for a while. So we'll do a 15-20 minutes interview with you and to share what is happening in your neck of the woods, what you're doing for Jamaica and stuff like that. I want to highlight positive stories. So please, or if there's a Jamaican somewhere that has gone through the oddest of odds, I'd love to have you on as well. I'd love to be able to talk with you and to see, how did you overcome and to share your story of triumph with us. And oh my gosh, I don't even want to go, but I did say I was going after half an hour. But I'm really, really enjoying my time with you. So yeah. But if I'm not hearing, if you're not right, so okay. You want to tell me where you are? That would be good. Tell me where you are joining me from. That would be great. And again, congratulations to Robert Clark of Jam Media Group in New York, who will be honored tomorrow getting the Order of Distinction on Heroes Day tomorrow at King's House. So that will be televised as well. I think on TVJ, of course, if you go to onespotmedia.com, then you will be able to tune into what's happening right here in yard, backyard. See? So I should have brought my poem, my books of poetry, because I was going through, like, I found a whole lot of books today that, that were used in high school. Yeah, Nikisha, thank you so much. Nice for you to have joined me. And I was going through some of the poems that Louis made poem, and we have neither summer nor winter, something, 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 right? And I was going through those poems, and you just gave me a nice little feeling. Oh my gosh, um, child was great. Yeah, I've gone through some rough patches. Never mind, like some patches, and I think I would have shared some with you here, and I can share the rough patches with you as well. But overall, I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm who I am today, and even today I was celebrating in church, and I'm thinking, having gone through all of that stuff that I've gone through, and I'm still standing, and I have so much further to go. It's amazing. So I'm really blessed, really, really blessed, and I don't focus on negative at all. I don't. I believe it or not. People always say, but yeah, so what about when things not going your way? Fine. And there are days when I'm down. Yeah, there are days when um I'm not as perky as I am right now. There are those days, but guess what? They don't last. Like, I snap out of it as quickly because I know that I have control. I have power over my emotions. I have power. Oh, thank you so much, Emilio. I have power over my emotions. I am aiming for self mastery. So mastery, and especially since Damari and Nikisha gave me that gratitude journal, he and his lovely girlfriend, they're so sweet. Gave me that gratitude journal, which I wanted, and I think, did I share the story? Yes, I think I did share the story of the gratitude journal with you, how I got that journal and stuff on the last time I was here. And it's so amazing because every single night, I mean, I always give thanks, but every single night, as part of my winding down process, I write in my journal the things that I'm grateful for. And oh my gosh, little things that we can sometimes ignore, right? I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I don't take anything for granted. Nothing at all I take for granted, because, like, one, life is fragile, and two, the more grateful you are is the more you open yourself up for possibilities, the more you open yourself to receive the things that you want. I mean, just getting that journal, it's a testament to this story, because I was thinking that, oh my gosh, I need a journal, I need a gratitude journal. And just before I got the journal, I was listening to in my conference, I was listening to one of my presenters talk about, gratitude as a strategy for success and stuff like that. And immediately I thought I need that was the week of me getting journal. I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I need to get a journal, a gratitude journal, an actual gratitude journal. And also the law of attraction, one of my speakers spoke on the law of attraction. And so I was thinking it. I was thinking I need this journal. And I kid you not. I got, yes, Mahalia, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what I call it. I using her Tinder name. I keep using her Instagram name. Right, Mahalia. And so just as I did the podcast, international podcast, the hosting, after I did that hosting, they gave me Mahalia and Damaria gave me the journal. Like, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Just a few days before, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to go get myself a gratitude journal. And I kid you not, within that very same week, before the week was out, because it was still Saturday, so it was the same week. Before the week was out, I actually got the journal as a gift from those two. It's such amazing. It's joy. It's such a joy. So truly happy, truly blessed, truly grateful. And every night I write them there, and like, for each night I'm running out of space because I have so many things I want to write that I'm grateful for, and they're not even material things. Material things hardly come into play right there. It's just some things that are happening and manifesting in my life, and things that are internal, and mindset shift and peace and all of those things. So I want to, on behalf of the Jamaicans.com team, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Heneka Watkis-Porter. I wish for you nothing but joy, happiness, and peace this week. May you allow the hero that lies in you and you to be on earth, and may you shine above your wildest imagination and expectation. It is a joy for me to have been here, to to serve in this capacity because it is service, coming and sharing part of my life with you and allowing you to share with me as well. It is service. Thank you to for allowing me to be here. If you want to know more about what I'm doing, please visit me on Instagram, Heneka underscore Watkis underscore Porter. Of course, my the spelling of my name is in this caption right here, so you can get it on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook as well, clearly, and HenekaWatkis-Porter.com, PatwaApparel.com. I'm actually wearing a Patwa spaghetti strap. You can order stuff through Things Jamaica, or some hotels have it, or PatwaApparel.com. So it was a pleasure for me to have been here. Nice chatting with you. I realize I don't want to leave, but better leave. I am going to leave you guys. So thank you, my Facebookers. Thank you so much for joining me right here. Until next time, walk good.